COVID-19 is not as bad as what people say. It is a highly infectious disease, but it's not enough to shut down a whole country. The whole pandemic is just fake. The Democrats are just trying to make me look bad. Again, they're inflating numbers. The CDC lied about 94% of the COVID deaths. Those 94% are underlying conditions such as influenza, pneumonia, respiratory failure, hypertensive disease, diabetes, vascular, and unspecified dementia, cardiac arrest, heart failure, renal failure, intentional and unintentional injury, poisoning, and other adverse events and other medical conditions. There's no reason to shut down the whole country when COVID has a total of 13,000 deaths just from COVID alone. I'm not saying that those lives don't matter because one death is too much, but there have been 22,000 deaths from the flu, and we haven't shut the country down for that either. 38 million people have been diagnosed with the flu. That's 30 million more than COVID. In 2017, there were 79,400 deaths from the flu. That's way worse than what it is right now. And all people have said then was just wash your hands. The Democrats are picking and choosing what events you can go to. They don't want Christians going to church, but they don't say anything about riots and protests in June. They don't care about the American people. They just want chaos.
Get a load of this guy. Huh? President Trump's approach towards the coronavirus pandemic, or COVID-19, has been nothing more than subpar. He has repeatedly downplayed the seriousness of this pandemic that has killed over 200,000 Americans and infected more than 7 million.
Wrong.
When he was told this number about the deaths and infections, he said, "It is what it is."
More lying.
It is what it is because you are who you are. He thinks that the Democrats are on a quest to take him down, when in reality, he just refuses to admit his faults. He wasn't even honest with the country back in February when he knew the seriousness of the virus.
You're next in jail.
He said he didn't want anybody to panic. Well, look where we are now. The entire country is panicking every day about whether or not they'll still have their job the next day, or if they'll even be able to leave their house or hug their loved ones.
Look at all these Democratic states.
He has no plan. He has no plan.
My plan is working great.
He's also panicking. He doesn't have a clue about what to do or how to
survived
handle this
the
virus.
I survived the virus.
We need to be providing protective gear for those in need. You need to get out of the sand trap, out of the bunker on your golf course. You need to get into the oval.
My bunker?
Into the Oval Office, and develop a plan to start saving American lives. All right, look. First of all, I would like to thank the moderator tonight, and you, of course. I'm looking forward to the rest of this debate.
I'm sure you are.
I would like to start off by saying that the Supreme Court nomination should be withheld until after the election is over. The American people have the right to have a say for who the Supreme Court nominee is. That say occurs when they vote for a United States Senator and when they vote for the President of the United States.
You could read the Constitution.
The people won't get that chance now because we're in the middle of this election. I believe that we should wait until after this election is over because that's the only way that the American people get to express who they want in America's highest, most respected court.
Get a load of this guy. Oh my God.
President Trump here wants to get rid of the Affordable Care Act, and so does Justice Barrett.
Wrong.
There will be tens of millions of people without health care if Trump goes through with this.
More Democratic lies.
It's absurd. Mr. President here is simply lying through his teeth. He's an idiot. He knows my plan, and his entire goal is to stop me from executing
You just called me an idiot?
Yes, I did.
You just called me an idiot?
You're an idiot.
Didn't you just say that you went to Delaware State, and it shows that you didn't? Why are you lying about the university you're going to?
Look, I'll talk about that
Why are you
at
lying
another
about
time.
that? Why are you lying about that?
I'll talk about that at
Why are you
another
lying about
time.
that?
Can I please continue
You saying
with
I
what
lied?
I was trying to
You
say?
saying I'm lying?
Please, Mr. President.
Mr. President.
Will you just shut your mouth? Good Lord. The Senate has had to rush the confirmation of Amy Barrett in an unprecedented way because Trump wants to get her in before he loses this election. It's unbelievable. It's unconstitutional. But most of all, it's unpresidential.
I have the constitutional right to appoint judges while I'm in office. It says in Article 2, Section 2. You should look it up, okay? The Democrats are whining again because they think that I shouldn't be able to appoint the next Supreme Court justice because my term's almost over. Well, let me tell you this, okay? It's not over yet. I've appointed close to 200 judges and 2 Supreme Court judges in my time as president. When I got into office, I asked, how many judges do I need to appoint? Thinking this be around, number 20. No. I needed to appoint 100 judges.
That is
Obama
false.
did not do his job when he was here. He left over 100 vacant spots to be filled. It's a privilege to be able to appoint judges in our country, and Obama did not take advantage of that.
Yeah, it's all Obama's fault, isn't it?
It is. And you are one of the corrupt guys that were in there too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You did not do anything for 47 years. This country has not improved because of you. You're just there. You're terrible. You're god-awful. A waste of space. Get this man out of my sight. You can't get mad at me for just doing my job. If Biden wins, he will stack the Supreme Court just so he can bring in more radical left and screw this country over.
This country's already been screwed over for the past 3 years.
Democrats are always trying to find ways to do stuff like this. Obama, on the other hand, also appointed a Supreme Court justice in his 8th and final year, and no one had anything to say about this. This is just ridiculous.
It wasn't right before the election.
This is just ridiculous.
We're 2 weeks before the election right now.
Are saying I can't do something that is stated in the Constitution. Stated in the Constitution.
I don't know what Constitution you're looking at, but it's not the American one.
Joe Biden, you're ridiculous. Okay?
I'm sure I am.
Yeah.
I'm sure I am.
You're the next on my list to be in jail. You're going to be right there with Hillary.
I look forward to that.
Good.
Yeah.
This election could possibly be a fraud. The Democrats are trying to use COVID to rig the election to win because they know I am the best president we have ever had. They are pushing mail-in ballots just so they have a higher chance of faking votes and improving the chances of Biden. The left is trying to cheat to win.
God,
they're throwing away ballots.
You're saying we're trying to cheat? How are we trying to cheat? We're letting the American people vote. You're just a clown.
I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say.
Yeah,
You're ridiculous.
That's how it usually is.
You're an idiot.
That's
You're
how
an
it
idiot.
usually is.
Idiot.
The past 3 years, you haven't been able to say anything because you don't know what to say.
The past 47 years, you have done absolutely nothing for this great country. I'm the reason why America is great again.
I have done more for this country in the past 6 months than you have done.
You have done nothing.
Years.
You have done absolutely nothing. Nothing. What? That's what I said. Okay. They're throwing away ballots that have my name on it. Why do you ask? Because they're deceitful people who have to try to cheat to win. They will use this to add the number of votes for themselves. A solicited ballot is okay. There are ballots and creeks, waste paper baskets. They send out ballots without my name on it in Democratic states. All states run by Democrats will be a disaster. 1% of ballots in 2016 were invalidated. They take them and throw them out. Do a solicited ballot where you send it in and they're sending it right back. There are ballots sold by mailmen. This is not going to end well. This is just not going to end well. It's not.
Come on, man.
I urge my supporters to watch the people counting the votes. You know what happened in Philadelphia the other day? I had some supporters go and watch people counting votes. You know what happened? They were thrown out. Do you know why? Because bad things happen in Philadelphia. If I see tens of thousands of ballots manipulated, then this isn't a fair election. There were ballots with my name on it and the trash can. There were military ballots. They were in the trash can. Democrats are cheaters and they're trying to cheat to win. All I want is an honest ballot count. And then I will accept the fate of the election. If I win,
I'm sure you will.
If I win,
Yeah.
then it will be. If Biden wins, and if it's a fair election, then it should be an extremely smooth transition.
Yeah, I'm sure it will be. I'm sure it will be, and it will be fair. Look, there is absolutely no evidence of anything you just said. The 1% of the 2016 ballots, that's not even true. I don't know where you get your numbers, but that is just absurd. Trump thinks that mail-in ballots are rigged.
They are.
Towards the Democrats, when mail-in ballots have been around for years.
You guys are just trying to manipulate it for
In
COVID.
fact,
for COVID.
in the 2018 election, 38% of voters voted by mail.
Okay.
That is over a third of the people who voted for the Congress election in 2018. Look, the Postal Service isn't perfect, all right? There are millions of people who are unable to leave their homes, whether it's because of a disability or the possibility of being exposed to this great pandemic that we're experiencing right now.
I survived. In 4 days. My blood runs America.
Your blood runs idiot. That's all that it is. These people who are going to vote by mail still deserve their constitutional right to vote in this election, even if it's a few days after the official election day.
So you guys can rig it.
Here's the deal with this supposed fraud.
The fraud.
The reality is that the ballots that get thrown out are because they weren't filled out correctly, which is probably the idiot Republicans who are voting.
The idiot Republicans?
And don't know how to fill out the ballot
all of these
correctly.
States with riots and protests are run by Democrats. You want to see those states? You want to see those cities? You want to see that? They're gone. You know why? Run by Democrats. They are all run by Democrats, and that's why there's no order, and that's why police are being defunded, and that's why there's chaos because of the Democrats. The Democrats are trying to ruin this country.
Yep. Not the president that's currently in office, who's done absolutely nothing to prevent these riots that you call
that are run by Democrats. They are democratic.
For sure.
They are democratic.
It's all democratic, isn't it?
You want to look at it?
Yep.
You want to look at it?
We'll look at that at another time.
Oregon, run by Democrats. Do I need to go again?
Yeah.
Washington, run by Democrats.
Mm-hmm.
Minneapolis, Democrats. Look at those cities.
And
look at those cities.
And who is?
Look at those cities.
And what country are those cities in?
Those cities are getting torn up, and they are getting demolished, all because of Democrats wanting chaos in the United States.
What country?
I bring order.
What country
there has been
are those citizens in?
War. There has been no war since I've been in office. There has been peace while I've been in office. There's been nothing.
Peace. This past summer has been peaceful, has it? Yes.
Because of the Democrats.
Oh, yes. Yes. And those
terror organizations. Antifa is a terror organization.
These cities that you say are run by Democrats
are destroyed.
They are now the United States of America.
I can't control everywhere.
Who is America run by?
Run by me.
Our Republican president.
Our economy
is
the best. Our economy is the best it's ever been.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You want to know why?
Look at the stats right now.
Yeah. You want to know why it's going down? Because of the Democrats trying to make me look bad, and now we are having.
Yes.
Now the economy is starting to thrive once again. It's starting to thrive once again. Obama put us in so much more debt than we already were in. Obama just
You have tripled the debt.
I have tripled the debt.
4 years.
No.
Yes. You have tripled the national debt.
I think your dementia's getting to you, Joe.
It's absurd. I'm going to continue with
Such
my
a clown.
statement.
You're a clown. You want to put your lipstick
Here's
on
the
now?
deal with the supposed fraud.
Put your makeup on, clown.
The reality is that these ballots that get thrown out are because they weren't filled out correctly. Wouldn't you rather those ballots to be thrown out than given to another candidate? If the election workers who are looking at these ballots aren't for sure about who these people voted for, I'd rather it be thrown out.
Throwing out my supporters in Philadelphia?
I thought your supporters weren't voting by mail. Your supporters aren't voting by mail because you encourage them to go to the polling places. Yes, I'm sure you do. Yeah, and then they'll all get COVID.
Why were they thrown out?
Yeah.
Why were they thrown out then?
Because they're stupid.
Why are they thrown out?
In 8 states, In 8 states,
Don't
it is
touch me.
illegal
Don't touch
for
me.
election workers to even count the mail-in ballots. It's illegal.
It's wrong.
So it is very likely for the results of the election to be delayed. There is no evidence that this is a fraudulent process of voting. It is the same as going into a polling location, especially with the current state of our country. Everything you have said up to this point has been a lie, and has been absurd, and has been completely idiotic. I can't believe that the people of America voted for you in 2016, and I am sure that they won't be voting for you again
Way
come
better than
November
Obama.
3rd.
Way better than Obama. Way better than Obama. You did nothing.
All right, that's it.